She was, well, the first thing I saw, was her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be or strive to be like, because she, despite all her success, she still remains humble.
Tyla has only been in the mainstream spotlight for a short time, but she's already finding herself tangled in some serious behind-the-scenes drama, especially with some of the industry's most respected women. Lately, rumors have been flying about an alleged silent feud between Tyla and Rihanna. Despite Tyla openly praising Rihanna in nearly every interview, calling her the ultimate inspiration and someone she looks up to, it seems that admiration isn't being returned. Insiders are saying that Rihanna isn't interested in any kind of collaboration with Tyla and has even gone out of her way to distance herself. Supposedly, she feels like Tyla is trying too hard to emulate her, and she's not impressed by the constant comparisons or the repeated name-dropping. It's becoming more noticeable to fans too. Everyone from industry insiders to social media users have picked up on the fact that although Tyla constantly mentions Rihanna as her idol, Rihanna has never acknowledged her, not even once. Which is striking, considering that other major artists like Beyoncé have publicly shown Tyla love. Beyoncé even sent Tyla a bouquet and a handwritten note congratulating her on her album, a move Queen Bee is known to make when new female artists start gaining attention and the comparisons start rolling in. That small but classy gesture from Beyoncé was seen as a sign of respect and a way of welcoming Tyla into the music industry. But Rihanna? Nothing. No public support, no kind words, no likes, reposts, or subtle nods. Just silence. Interestingly, earlier on, fans thought that if anyone would be bitter toward Tyla, it would be Beyoncé. This came after Tyla's Push to Start video dropped, which many people pointed out looked heavily inspired by Beyoncé's past visuals. From the styling to the choreography and even the lighting, the whole production had strong Crazy in Love vibes. The Beehive was quick to notice, and they dragged Tyla on social media for not crediting Beyoncé, especially since she was clearly borrowing from her visual legacy. And yet, Tyla continued to mention Rihanna as her main influence, brushing past any obvious Beyoncé references. She even gave credit to Aaliyah before she ever brought up Beyoncé's name, which only added fuel to the fire. Things got so heated that some fans began defending Tyla, saying the pressure from the Beehive was unfair. One viral post on X featured a side-by-side of Tyla in a dress nearly identical to one Aaliyah wore, with the caption mocking the situation. Beehive, Tyla is inspired by Beyoncé. Tyla the next day, I'm inspired by Aaliyah. It became clear that the comparisons were getting messy, but Beyoncé remained calm, as she always does. She handled it with grace and made a subtle gesture of support rather than engaging in any back and forth. You'd think Rihanna might have done something similar to acknowledge Tyla, especially since she's been praised by the younger artist time and time again. But instead, she's kept her distance, making it known without saying a word that she's not here for it. The silence has now become the message. Even more awkward is the fact that other legendary performers like Janet Jackson and Ciara have publicly embraced Tyla. When Tyla's breakout hit Water was making waves, Janet posted a video of herself dancing and singing along to the song on her Instagram stories. She even performed it during her tour to show her appreciation for Tyla's artistry. Meanwhile, Ciara, who hasn't even been directly mentioned by Tyla in interviews, had no problem giving her props during a sit-down interview, showing support with nothing but good vibes.
To maybe work with Tyla, I think what she does is just, her music is really infectious and she makes people dance through her music. And for me, it's really important to make the world dance. I think me and Tyla could wind it up a little bit, to a little something together, maybe. Could be cute.
All of this only served to highlight Rihanna's absence even more. Fans began pointing it out, with one Rihanna supporter tweeting, "I'm gonna say this is a Navy. It's weird that the one person Tyla admires hasn't acknowledged her. I'm talking about you, Rihanna." The whole situation feels oddly familiar. When Rihanna was first emerging, she also faced comparisons to Beyoncé and expressed her admiration for her, only to be met with silence at the time. The tension only grew worse when tabloids began swirling with those infamous Jay-Z rumors.
I used to listen to Beyonce growing up. I used to listen to a lot of Destiny's Child and Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, and I was influenced highly by those artists, R&B artists, of course. So that's why I sing a lot of R&B over reggae beats. Dancing, it was just always a part of my culture. So I didn't go to dance classes or dance lessons. My greatest idol is Beyonce.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really, that's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. I could not speak.
I hear that you're a big fan of Beyonce.
I love her.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or...
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter, and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me, just let loose when you perform and just have fun and be in control. Izzy too, I really admire the both of them.
And so has he given you any kind of advice of how to handle all the time? And
he always drills it in me, stay humble, stay like you are. He always tells me that.
Now, it seems like the cycle might be repeating, but with Rihanna playing the role of the season's star and Tyla as the newcomer looking for validation. Behind the scenes, it's been said that Beyoncé has actually offered Tyla a few tips and guidance in private. However, she's never publicly spoken about her or shown any support in front of the cameras. Fans believe that this lack of public acknowledgement might be the reason the two have never collaborated on a song, especially considering the connection they both share through Jay-Z. A joint project would essentially force Beyoncé to acknowledge Tyla openly, and from what people are hearing, that's something she's not interested in doing right now. When it comes to Rihanna, though, things are even colder. Unlike Beyoncé, who at least offered some private encouragement, Rihanna hasn't shown Tyla any kind of recognition, neither publicly nor privately. It's as if Tyla doesn't even exist in Rihanna's world, and that silence is starting to speak volumes. This is particularly confusing to fans because Tyla has consistently mentioned Rihanna in nearly every interview she's done. She's expressed deep admiration for her, even explaining that she relates to her on a personal level. In one radio interview, Tyla said that Rihanna's story really resonates with her because they're both non-American black women who migrated to the US and still managed to make a massive impact. She said that before seeing Rihanna break through, she didn't think global success was possible for artists like herself. Rihanna gave her hope, and Tyla has never been shy about crediting her for that.
Do you have an album or an artist that really did it for you?
I always say Rihanna. Always. Just the fact that she came from somewhere outside of America and was able to do what she did. Like, I will always respect and look up to her for that.
Have you met her yet?
Not yet. Hey, I'm nervous. But hopefully one day.
One of these days, I mean, I've seen this happen so many times. You know, a young artist comes in, you know, blowing up, doing their thing. And there's no way I'm going to meet Rihanna. You're going to, at some point, it's going to happen. You will bump into her, or it'll be set up by your team. It's just, I don't know. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm curious how that encounter goes. She's super sweet, though. She's super sweet.
Well, I'm sure she is.
Tyla has also brought up Rihanna in several other interviews over the past year. In one of them, she boldly stated that she aspires not just to follow in Rihanna's footsteps, but to go even further, to one day take her place at the top. That statement rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. While it's admirable to aim high, some believe that saying you want to overtake your idol can come off as disrespectful. It changes the tone from admiration to competition.
Look up to Rihanna. She's done an amazing job, and I hope to one day be on that level and even bigger, you know?
Oh, yes.
Because I really believe.
And many feel that could be the real reason Rihanna has stayed quiet. For someone like Rihanna, who's already cemented her legacy, hearing a newcomer talk about replacing her might not sit well. Adding more fuel to the situation is the way Rihanna has been embracing other rising stars, specifically Nigerian artist Ira Star. Rihanna has publicly shown love to Ira on more than one occasion and even reportedly told her she'd love to collaborate on a track.
Normal girl, you know. You know my favorite place in the whole world is Barbados. You found out you know I went to Barbados and I couldn't stay in the house. I was like, I was like, Rihanna's gonna be so pissed at me. You're like, this girl Ira Star. And I was like, I don't know who, but then my cousin, she just, oh my god, I love this girl Ira Star. And we went down on homework. Obsessed. We do have stuff, but we don't have a song yet. But soon. Soon. You got extra verse for me. Yeah, I don't say that. No.
Meanwhile, Tyla, who's been singing her praises non-stop, continues to be ignored. Fans have definitely noticed this contrast. especially since there's already some tension between Ira Star's supporters and Tyla's fanbase. Taylor's fans have been shading Ira online, claiming she hasn't reached the same global level of recognition. Now, with Rihanna giving all her energy to Ira and none to Tyla, it's starting to feel like she's picked a side. A lot of people are now saying that it's more likely Rihanna will end up collaborating with Ira before she ever considers doing anything with Tyla. Some believe Rihanna isn't obligated to support every rising star who admires her, especially when she's already built an empire and is busy expanding her billion-dollar brand. One user even commented that Tyla should probably stop naming specific artists as her main inspirations, because every time she does, it leads to unnecessary backlash. They said, Rihanna and Beyoncé are amazing, but Tyla should just let her work speak for itself instead of always naming names. Another fan pointed out that Rihanna is a global icon with her own family and business empire, and that Tyla probably isn't even on her radar in that kind of way. They added that Tyla is already doing incredibly well without a Rihanna cosign, and with Rihanna not releasing music lately, there really isn't any reason for her to get involved unless it's for something like a Fenty Beauty campaign. At the end of the day, Rihanna's silence has sparked a lot of debate, and people can't help but wonder if she'll ever acknowledge Tyla or work with her in the future. Whether it's intentional or not, her lack of response has become a conversation all on its own, and fans are left guessing what the real story is. Alright Yalel, that's all the tea for today. This whole Tyla and Rihanna situation is definitely stirring up the pot, and it doesn't look like it's cooling down anytime soon. Do you think Rihanna is being shady, or is she just unbothered and minding her billionaire business? And should Tyla keep naming her inspirations, or just let her talent speak for itself? I want to hear your take, so drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's chat. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another messy update. And if you're still in the mood for drama, click right here to watch the next juicy story. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.